There we go. We're live there. Woohoo! Robby Esparza in the casa. Hey, dude, he thinks I brought him in to be interviewed. Hey, dude, you got the $10 you owe me, dude?
Yeah.
There were a lot all set up, right? Here we go. There we go, Pilar Montenegro, quítame ese cabrón, por favor. Good morning, Double R Radio, Wednesday morning, Hub Day Wednesday. It is 8:55 por la mañana, April the 4th, 2018. Good morning, thanks for waking up with me. And in the casa,
right here,
Tejano
finally.
Musician, Tejano drug dealer, Tejano alcoholic, Tejano... Todo.
I didn't even know those things.
Robby Ray, man, I've never done none of that, dude. Good morning, Robby.
Good morning, how you doing?
Okay, amigo, how about yourself?
Good. Just finally made it.
Brother, I'm glad you took the time to come on down here through the traffic and everything, through all that morning traffic, to come over here and join me on my morning show.
Thank you.
How you been doing?
Good, man, good.
¿Qué has hecho?
Nothing much lately. I'm actually about to do a couple really good things coming soon. Just been playing with a band that I've been playing with for about a year and a half now. It's Finding Friday. Play locally here in San Antonio. It's great place to, great places that we've been playing at. A lot of cool things that we've been doing. Last year did Fiesta La Flor with them, and then, just going all around. So not too bad.
Robby, it's funny that the other day I was at a Spurs game with Mr. Ben Miranda from La Fuerza mixtape, and it was like halftime or whatever the case may be. And, that's funny. He goes, hey, man, there's Robby over there. And I go, where's Robby? He goes, right over there, man. And we go over there. You got this big bowl of nachos with jalapenos and cheese and everything. Like, hey, you've given up on life, man.
You got to do it. When you get nachos, you got to get the hot dogs, you got to get everything. Beers, everything like that.
Anyway, shout out to your wife who's listening right now. What is that?
Yes. She's listening right now. She couldn't make it this morning, but she's like the left side of my brain, man.
There you go.
If I forget something, if I'm stumped on something, she's like, no, babe, you remember you did this? No, you're playing here. You're doing this. You're doing that. So yeah, shout out to her. She's listening in this morning.
There you go. Now, Robby, before anything else, people have been telling me, dude, how come Robby doesn't have a soda or a cup of coffee or beer or something? He didn't want one. He didn't want anything, man.
I'm good right now. I'm good.
He goes, I eat huevos and rancheros and pancakes and everything. And I said, okay. Amigo, you've been in the music industry a long time. You've been in the mix with a lot of bands. But before anything else, I didn't mean to make you sound old, but you're a veteran.
Yes, I'm
right,
a veteran.
You're a veteran. Now,
this year's 20 years.
Let's just start from the beginning. Born and raised?
Born and raised here in San Antonio.
San Antonio, high school.
East side till I die right here.
East side.
Yes, Wheelie Courts. So,
Wheelie Courts?
I actually grew up a couple blocks from there, but like all my friends around there, everything like that. So yeah, you're talking about the east side, I'm from the east side.
Robby, high school?
High school, St. Gerard and Central Catholic.
Really? Yes. Catholic schools?
Yes, Catholic schools.
Te querían sacar el diablo.
My parents wanted me as far away as from everything that was going in the neighborhood as possible. So,
and that's good, dude. That's really, really good, man. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So I take it, when did you pick up on wanting to be a musician? When did Now, before we go there, what instruments do you play, Robby?
Well, I actually play drums, drum set, and congas, Latin percussion.
There we go. When did this all start?
Actually, I was like 8 years old, and my brother used to be in the high school band, and he would leave his drums, kind of laying around, and I'd kind of go over there whenever he's not around, and start playing on them, stuff like that. And one day he caught me, and I thought I was dead, man. Like I thought I was a goner. But no, he was like, okay, well, you want to try it out? You want to learn something? And kind of taught me from there, and just kept on playing. And eventually, I started playing with a high school band with him.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 8, 9 years old.
In a high school band?
Yeah. And I hear the same thing today. Wow, look at that little boy play drums. So, I mean, that's why I have to have my little goatee and everything like that, because I don't look like a little boy. But,
Robby, I think even with a little goatee, you get ID some places, what is that?
Yeah, still. It's a good thing. If I mess up shaving, well, then I'm screwed.
So you move on from high school. What was one of the first bands you performed with?
Man, it was actually a collective bunch of bands. In high school, I actually had a rock band. We used to play at what used to be the White Rabbit. White Rabbit, and we used to play at Thirsty Horse down on St. Mary's Strip.
Okay.
Tycoon Flats. So we used to kind of play around those places. I was like maybe a sophomore in high school.
Fíjate. And they would let you into these bars?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Well, I mean, White Rabbit really wasn't too much of a bar, so it was a really good teen kind of scene around there. Okay. A lot of teen bands would play out there and stuff like that, so it was very limited on any type of alcohol like that.
Now you're there, you're underage, you're working at these bars. Were the women hitting on you?
Actually, no. Like I was so little, they wanted to take care of me more than hit on me. So.
Well, I've met many women that want to take care of me too, Robby. But that's not bad.
No, actually, no. Like, I've always just been focused on what I'm doing. I haven't really gone into that whole, different scene or anything like that. So, and
your focus was music.
That's why I've been, blessed to do what I do now. So.
There you go. But so in other words, really back in the day, your focus was music, right?
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to learn. You wanted to get in the mix and do whatever you had to do.
Yeah.
Now, what was your first Tejano band you performed with?
First Tejano band I performed with? Oh, man, that's actually Los Chavalos.
Los Chavalos? Really? What year was this?
Man, this is back in 98. I'd say about 98.
How'd you feel about this?
Actually, it was really, really cool. My first big show with them was opening up for Earth, Wind & Fire. And then the next day we opened up for one of the guys from Grand Funk Railroad.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, it was really, really cool. I actually got to, have breakfast with Sonny Emery from Earth, Wind & Fire, the drummer. It was just so cool. I got to do that. I got to meet Little Richard, Mary Wilson, the Supremes, and just a lot of cool things. It was a really big festival out there, and we had like 2 days out there, and we got to really just rub elbows with the big guys.
Now, just in case you don't know who Robby is, Robby has been in the Tejano mix for quite a while, like I said earlier, and he has performed with many, many bands. Now, here's what I want Robby to go ahead and give me some of the names of the bands, and I'm gonna go through them here a little bit, and I'll probably put my focus on 2 or 3 of them, no doubt. But Robby, give me some of the names of the bands you have performed with. Check this out, man. Give me some of the names, Robby.
All right. So, Elida Yavante, Grupo Vida. Eddie Gonzalez, played with DJ Kane, Stephanie Montiel, Cumbia All Stars, just recently Electro Cumbia. Man, who else have I played with? Shelly Lattes. Just different people like that. Even if it's just one show, kind of like Ram and.
So Robby, each and every band fired you. I'm playing with you, right?
I wouldn't say fired.
They all fired you, Robby. They all fired you. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here, Robby. Robby. But you played with all these bands, and I guess you're kind of like musician for hire. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. That's the way I'd see it. Basically, musician for hire. I mean, honestly, I'm here to play with whoever. I'm here to be cool with whoever. I'm not gonna hold any grudges with anybody. Just because, you do this and you do that. Whoever calls me, I'm going to do it. And, anybody that you've ever spoken to, anybody that you can speak to, they can tell you I'm never the one that says, how much does it pay? That's my thing. I want to play, I want to get the experience. I want to be able to say, hey, you know what, I had a little bit of a hand in sharing that experience.
No doubt. And your experiences of playing with different bands the way you have, I mean, ¿Cómo se dice, Robby? ¿Cómo es el dicho? Cada cabeza es un mundo. Yeah. It's like every band is a different world.
Right.
Because every band is different. I don't care if you're a Tejano band, but each Tejano band is different in their own ways. They all handle business in their own ways. Yes. Now, I know the female artist you worked with was Shelly Lattes. Yeah. Elida. Anybody else?
Stephanie
Montiel. Those 3 right there. Mm-hmm. Now, out of curiosity, I'm not going to use the word difficult, but which one was more challenging between Stephanie Montiel, Elida? Stephanie Montiel, Elida, or Shelly Lattes? Which one do you think was more challenging for you?
I wouldn't say they were more challenging. I'd say their music was a little bit more challenging.
Which one?
Their music was a little bit more challenging. So Stephanie Montiel, for instance, her music is just so high in standards, and you got to make sure you follow certain things, and you got to make sure that you listen for certain cues, different things like that. So I wouldn't say that she was challenging. I would say her music was more challenging. Being in her band.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In general, right. Sure. Yeah. Because every band has its challenge.
Oh yeah.
Some more than others. Some you go like, no man, this is not going to happen. And by now, dude, you know which one has more capabilities, right, more promising than other bands. But because you've been around, man, you know. you got the ear for it.
Right.
Y como te digo, I've always said, and I'm not knocking any female artists out there, and I don't want to get no death threats or whatever, but I've always said, working for a female artist is more challenging. And I've been in the music business a long time, and I've worked with female artists, and they're more challenging. It always seems to be that, I don't know, man, it's just different trying on my end to promote a male artist, a male band, than a female artist. Because on the female artist side, what I learned right away was that many times if that female artist has a husband, a boyfriend, kids, etc., they always come into play. And a woman, 9 times out of 10, if they got a sick kid at home, don't jump the gig and say, I got to get back home, man. Mijo's sick or Mija's sick or something.
Actually, to be very honest with you, I mean, every artist I've honestly worked with, it may be true with some of the other ones, but these women have been super professional. Like Elida, it was all about groove playing with her band. Groove. You wanna keep on, people want to dance, and you want to make sure they're dancing. So with her, it was always about groove. She always handled everything, very professional. Steph, that her thing is, man, we want to put on a show. We want to make sure we're going out there and we're kicking butt every single night. And honestly, being on stage with her, I mean, and her presence, it's just, she brings something that I just really haven't seen in a lot of artists,
Right.
Shelly, man, she's a firecracker. I mean, you already know her personality, but that's her personality on stage. She'll pull out, one song, she'll do this and she'll do that, and she's just on it. She's always on it.
Yeah, and like I said, and I'm not knocking female artists, it can happen to the men as well. But like I said, all that comes into play. It's even that much more difficult when you're in a band, whatever the case. I'll tell you what, Robby, let's do some good morning shout-outs here, man.
Yeah.
Here we go.
CP, what's up, CP?
There we go. Marian Giano, good morning. That's Peggy Garza Bagneto, good morning. Primo, hello, Davis, good morning. Debbie Brennan, good morning. There we go. It's Maru Flores, good morning. Cindy Snyder, buenos dias. Monica Miranda, good morning. It's Joyce Aldragon Rivas, Colorado, in the house. Good morning. Mr. Jesse Gutierrez, good morning. Peggy Garza, good morning. Joe Ingleton, good morning. Margie Ray Lopez, buenos dias. Angie Acevedo, Maria T. Segura, good morning. Robbie, hey, Robbie, you're here, dude. Hey, man, okay, dude. Hey, good morning, Robbie. It's Linda Mendoza, buenos dias. Chris Garcia, good morning. Sylvia Salaman. Hey, dude, I'm going to tell you something about Sylvia Salaman's boots. I don't know, you probably don't know her, but the other day, dude, she contacted me, dude, telling me, I hate North Star Mall, and then the day later, I hate South Park Mall. And then she tells me, I hate Ingram Park Mall. And I go, man, you're just a plain hater. And I was going to take her out for lunch there, man. And she's hating in all these malls, dude. Man. What is that? Don't see her at a mall, man. Te agarra chingazos. She walks around the mall, dude, with a blouse saying, te doy la madre. She's looking for trouble. I mean, she's some good morning shout-out going out to, there we go. Camille Gonzalez, Mark Anthony Ledesma, good morning. Yolanda Martini, good morning. Mr. Chris Perez, good morning, Chris. There we go. Like the shirt. Guadalupe Borja, good morning. B. Camarillo, good morning. Rosemary Reyes, good morning. Santana Perez Jr., good morning. Ryan Scott Benavides, Cynthia Gonzalez Ramirez, Houston, Texas. My daughter Jeanette Rivas, Minga Martinez, good morning. Alec Gomez, good morning. Diana Gonzalez Sylvia. Lots of people joining us. There we go.
Yeah,
man, you're pulling them in, dude. I'm getting jealous, dude. Robbie, now let's talk on the male angle. See, I like to be fair about things.
Right.
Now, también on the male angle, on some of these bands you have performed with, drama comes into play in every band. True. Okay. One way or the other, I'm not going to bring out what the drama's about, but has drama ever affected you and say, man, I'm leaving you guys, man. There's too much going on here. I got to move on. I
wouldn't say drama. Sometimes I just may not see eye to eye as far as maybe decisions that are being made. But no, I honestly, I'll be very honest with you. Even my wife asked me, and she's like, "Oh, babe, like what happened?" I'm like, "Look, I go, I do my job, I play my heart out, get paid, and I'm out of there." But like as far as drama, honestly, like I've seen more drama from the business aspect more than the band aspect, I guess. So like let's say going to play somewhere and promoter didn't want to pay, or promoter's like, hey, you know what, you didn't draw enough, or whatever the case would be. To me, that was drama, and I think that's some of the reasons I may have left. Sure. And even then, I mean, I think everybody's gone through this, and if you haven't, you're blessed being a musician. Have you ever done a gig where at the end of the night, the club, the promoter didn't pay you? Oh yeah, and just to let you know, they're missing bar stools, they're missing TVs, and whatever the case. Done.
They were loud.
Sometimes we had to handle our own. We're young, and we need to get paid. We have families we got to go back to. You can't just go home empty-handed.
Well, Robby, so what you're saying is when the promoter says, "We ain't got the money, man, it's not going to happen," the guys in the band, grab the bar stools, go get those flat screen TVs over there. We're going to get our money one way or another.
I remember times where we'd all pull our money together just to eat, or we make friends with people that were there at the club, and sleep in their front room for the night. There's a lot of different things that a lot of people don't understand. How hard it is to be either a musician or B, an owner of the band.
It is. Like I said, I've always said, man, this is a very, very difficult occupation to do, man, to be a musician, to be in the band, to be in the music business. Right. It's a tough business, and como les digo a todos, I tell everybody, nomás porque están chulos on stage, they don't know the half of it. They don't know the beginning of what it takes to get up there, the practice sessions, the being on the road, the getting there, the parking, unloading your stuff, loading your stuff, trying to get all of that, man. There's just so much. You can go on and on about this crazy business.
That's why with some bands, I've been lucky enough that we have a bus or we have a van that we all travel in, and we go play at an event, and we're all in one piece. We're all intact. Some other bands, you may just, hey, we're gonna meet up at 5:00 over here at Oyster Bake, and you're trying to get your equipment down, and the cops at Oyster Bake are like, nope, can't come through here, nope, can't do this, nope, can't do that, nope. And it's like, okay, where do I take my stuff? I'm like, yeah, it's hard.
The one that's very difficult, to my knowledge, because I've gone through it, and I'm sure you have too, and people, it just passed, fanfare. Okay, there's thousands and thousands of people at fanfare. That's awesome, but I tell you what, I feel really, really sorry for the band members, because they give you nowhere to park. And then the stage you got to get to, you got to lug your stuff, carry your stuff through the crowd, trying to get to the stage just so you can perform. Yep. And that's the half of it. After you're done performing, now you got to carry your stuff and get back to your car.
Yeah. And honestly, I've been playing fanfare for, since I basically began, 98, 99. And I've seen it go from La Vita, I've seen it go from Sunset, I've seen it, here at Market Square. And I'll tell you what, there's been a couple years where, luckily I've either had my equipment there already, or I just, at a stage that's on the outside part to where I can go ahead and just drop it off and go park real quick. But man, I've seen people, lugging around amplifiers, guitars, congas, drums, whatever the case may be, and they're crossing the street, and they either almost get hit or they almost drop something in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's just man, what is it going to take for event planners to go ahead and say, hey, you know what, we need an unloading zone, or we need something to where we can...
Let me tell you what it's going to take, Robby. I have the answer for that. What it's going to take is for the bands to quit showing up over there and protest it and say, look here, man, I feel like if, in many ways, they're being taken advantage of because they're going to put up with it. And as long as they put up with it, Robby, they're not going to do nothing about it. They're not, until... They say enough is enough. Give us a parking section, man. Give us something.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't even say, hey, look, give me a parking section. I'd say, hey, look, just give me a designated area for all bands to unload and to load up. Let me drop my stuff off, and I'll go park. I'm cool. There's been different events where, just recently, I played at the Low Car Show with DJ Kane, and we pulled up, and right away the cops, want to stop you and everything like that, and say, hey, look, I'm playing with the band that's playing here today. All I need to do is drop off my equipment in a safe spot, and I'll be glad to park somewhere else. And I've had to learn that for many years because, cops are just trying to do their job. They're trying to make sure that everyone's safe and everybody's, enjoying the event. But at the same time, sometimes if you don't have the right credentials or anything like that, you get stopped and you can't do anything about it, man. And you're just you're stuck. Hey, where do I drop the stuff off? Where do I leave it? How do I do it?
And then you're running late. You're trying to get in there, and you're next to go on. The band's waiting for you, and you're running around with your head cut off. And all of this because it's not coordinated the way it should be, dude.
Yeah.
At least show a little respect to these musicians because they're coming in from out of town, out of state, and to put up with this. And hey, and I'm not going to lie to you, a high percentage of those bands performing at fanfare not even getting paid and putting up with all those corajes.
But you know what? Another thing also is that we do it for the love of the music. So that's one of the reasons why I still do it. But at the same time, I'm going to do it in a very strategic way. You know, like this past fanfare, I played with, DJ Kane once again. And we're playing underneath the stage in 35.
Right.
And that's like one of the most easiest stages to access. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. But like if it's somewhere in like the concho stage or any one of those, I'm like, I'll kind of like shy away from it because.
You remember the mariachi stage? The mariachi stage that was right across from.
Man, I grew up playing on the mariachi stage. I love that stage. And when they tore it down, I was just like, what's going on? It's not Market Square anymore.
Let's do some good mornings again. Here we go. Yeah. Good morning, shout out to Ara Cantu, también Connie Villarreal. Buenos días, buenos días. Missy Garcia, good morning. Juanita Janie Galicia, there we go. Rosemary Gomez, good morning, good morning. Menjua Rodriguez says, compadre, simple. He will drink a cold, what? A kid on chocolate. Well, dude, I don't even want chocolate milk, dude. Anyway, B. Gonzalez, good morning, good morning. Mary Villanueva, good morning. Jenna Rivas, don't make what? Don't make family some coffee. I don't know what you're saying, Mika. Anyways, I tell you what, I'm here with Robby Esparza right now. We're going to take a break in the action. Anyways, good morning, Double R Radio. Wednesday morning, I'm here with Robby Esparza.
All right.
Anyways, we're the radio station's going. We can talk here a little bit.
Yeah.
If you got a question for Robby, okay, send me a message, send him a message, or whatever the case may be. He'll give it to me. Any questions for Robby, and he'll answer almost all of them. Yep. Okay, nothing sexual. I'll answer the sexual questions. He won't, okay? There we go.
The wife will have to answer those.
EJ Arteaga? There we go. Says good morning as well. There we go.
Morning.
Team, we're going to take a break in the action. We'll be right back with part 2 with Robby Esparza. Thanks for joining me. Good morning. Tell him good morning, Robby.
Morning, what's up? How
there we go. What is?
Yes. My wife just logged in. So
Crystal Campos, good morning.
That's my cousin. What's up, cousin? Yeah.